Hi guys, it's Shane. So, as some of you may know, one of my businesses is called the Delegation Bootcamp, and that's where we help other business owners to remove themselves from working in the day-to-day of their business, to give them more free time, which also ultimately helps them improve their business, because most cases the business owner themselves, they are the bottleneck, and the longer they stay in the business, the more they're holding the business back. And then obviously it's taking up a lot of their time as well. And how this came about is because back when I started my first business, SPM online advertising, so I was very much on the tools. I was doing everything, creating the marketing content, taking the sales calls, get a client in and I'd serve the client. So I was looking after the operations as well, running their ads, building their website, whatever it might be. And then you've obviously got the financial management end of things, managing your taxes, your receipts, all that sort of jazz. So it very, very quickly becomes a full-time job when you're a one-man band, okay? But even after that, start hiring people in, started to delegate a little bit, but putting the cart before the horse, in which I was delegating before I had any structure or systems in place. And that's just ultimately breaking the golden rule of delegation. Make sure that you've got structure, you've got systems in place before you start bringing people in, so that at least you can manage and track who you've got in. They know what to do, they know what not to do, they know how to get answers for things that may come up. But ultimately the reason I figured all of this out, as in how to build a business that can run without me, for the most part, probably because I'm a bit lazy and I don't want to be working every day. Who does, you know? We all set up businesses not just for the financial freedom or financial independence element of it, but also because we want more free time. Like, I remember a point in time when I was running SPM and making decent money, but I couldn't take any proper time off because I had to be there physically to do the work, answer the calls, and so on. So that was part of it. And another part of it was I wanted to figure out a system that enabled me to not just have one business, but have multiple businesses. Because most people, they set up a business, they get it to a certain point, but they get stuck, and they get stuck in the business because they don't understand systematization, they don't understand delegation. So the ability, it's just basic knowledge. It's not crazy. There's no secret to it. There's no secret sauce. It's principles based, and you can apply it to any business, whether you have a bakery or a restaurant, an advertising agency, a construction company, an accountancy firm. It's all principle based. Yes, some of the systems may vary, some of the processes may vary, but looking at it from a higher view and focusing on principles, you can automate any business, okay? So with systematization and delegation. So they were the two reasons why I went about even trying to figure this out in the first place. Was one, as I said, a little bit lazy, didn't want to be working in it every day. I wouldn't call it lazy, I suppose, but I wanted more freedom. I wanted to have my money, and I also wanted to have the time to enjoy my money. I wanted to travel. And then secondly, I wanted to be able to either build more businesses or maybe acquire or buy existing businesses and apply the same principles and rules and strategies to that, so that I could build up a portfolio of businesses that other people ran for me, that I own, and I get paid for owning each of those businesses, and I could be based anywhere. Currently based in Dubai. The company that I was talking about at the start, SPM Online Advertising, that originally started out as an Irish company. But we've got staff all over the world. We've got staff in Canada, Australia, all over Europe, UK, everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And I cannot remember the last time I was in an ad account, setting up an ad campaign or putting together graphics for an ad. I've got systems in place, and I've got people that manage those systems. And that's ultimately it, guys. If your business doesn't have structure or systems, and you don't have staff in place to manage and run those systems, well then ultimately who's it going to fall back on? It's going to fall back on you, and you're going to become the typical victim of the self-employed trap. So if this is you, if you are a self-employed business owner and you feel you're just stuck in the trenches, you're like the hamster on a wheel, every day is the same, you're getting up, putting out fires every day, you're responsible for way too much. Your daily workload is literally a bit of everything. You could be doing marketing tasks, you could be taking sales calls, you could be on the tools. On the tools can mean anything. On the tools can mean, you might be a hairdresser, it's cutting hair. If you're a plumber, you might be fixing the radiator. You might be a roofer up on a roof somewhere. Or in my case, you might have an advertising firm and you're creating the ads or doing the graphic design or the copywriting, whatever that might be. So if that is you and you need some help with this, you can check out a more detailed training that I've put together on it, which is at www.delegationbootcamp.com, or you'll see a link somewhere around this video to watch that video and book in a call with me. So I offer free one-to-one calls. There's a little questionnaire you have to fill out at the start, but feel free to book in a call if you want. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel, have a look. I'm always posting stuff to do with business and delegation and systems and how to